Hello you guys, today we are traveling and I'm doing my first travel vlog, attempting to show how it is to travel while being with disabilities and while trying to be a YouTuber slash content creator on the go. As you can see, my Sony is here on my rucksack and I think it will stay there for the most of the time. Luckily, we have a very nice camera using right now, which is the new GoPro Hero 13, and luckily it's way more compact and way more easy to set up and create video with balanced quality, let's put it like this. So now we are at the metro station waiting for our trip to the airport. So guys, we are at the Sofia airport and I am with my coffee, and the first thing that I have to tell you, when you are traveling and you are with disabilities and you are trying to make content, you have to be around patient people, because as you may guess, when you're traveling, there are parts of your travel that you need to be really fast and move. So let's taste the coffee now. Yeah, it's quite refreshing, I have to tell you. The next thing that you have to know, because we are talking about actually producing content, is that the b-roll that you need to have is quite hard to get. I mean, I'm speaking as a person who has a 360 camera, and having a 360 camera while people who can see are saying basically that well, you can frame it any way you like, you can do whatever you like. When you cannot see, you cannot do this, and you are always with the people who are trying to help you, or who are assisting you, or who are traveling with you. And you may know that people who don't want to be content creators are not quite comfortable being taking any footage with their faces. And this is my brownie. Actually, I love brownies, and it's quite tasty, I have to tell you. So when you're traveling and trying to make content at the same time, you have to be aware that sometimes parts of your footage may not work properly, and it's highly possible that when I get to my final destination and when I am going through my footage, because something with the light didn't work quite well, something with the pace, something with the stabilization, or the sound didn't work quite well, you may need to reshoot. And quite a lot of the times, people who are with disabilities and also content creators are people with disabilities, and we are facing quite a lot of pressure and anxiety going through our days because of inaccessibility and because of stress, which is caused by our movement basically. So without saying that I'm the biggest foodie in the world, but I just understood that my flight is going to be postponed by 2 hours, so I'm going on eating. And I have to tell you that in the recent years at Airport Sofia, they have a lot of very nice places where you can eat. Here I'm at one of those, you can look at it. So it's quite awesome. And the sweets, the brownie that you saw, and this sandwich which I'm eating currently with ham and mozzarella, and some greens like rucola. It's quite good, I have to tell you. Actually, the focaccia is with prosciutto, not with ham, just like I said. When waiting for your plane is the next pitfall that you can face while being a person with disability on your way. And the trouble is that typically you have to have someone with you in that area so that they can keep an eye on your luggage if you want to go to the restroom, or you may need someone even to come with you to the rest area, depending on your disabilities, or actually not depending on your disabilities, because both us people who cannot see, for instance, and wheelchair users are going to need people who to be with them, because we don't know where the rest area is, or it's going to be way more time consuming for us to find where it is, because yeah, we can use our phones to scan it with apps similar to Be My Eyes, and we can get to it, but eventually it will lose us a lot of time. So around those areas, we need quite a lot of assistance sometimes. So I'm finally at the airplane and I'm ready to fly. And actually, I will try to film a B-roll clip especially for you. Let's try and see what's going to happen. So currently I'm at my final location. As you saw and you are seeing, I never shot with my Sony. I'm working with my GoPro. And if you are a person with disability trying to shoot videos, consider only action cameras, but good ones. At my final destination, I have really good news that actually, when you are accustomed to make content, it's going to be way easier on you. And the thing that you have to pay attention is the clips that you're taking. So it's a very good idea to check how your device of choice, because obviously the most part of my clip was taken on a GoPro Hero 13, but this part, the thing that you're now listening to, is on iPhone 16 Pro. And what I started to say is that when you are making your clips, you have to check them out, at least how they are sounding. Because some of the clips I wasn't able to check them because I was on the move, which is a mistake. In the case of especially Hero 13 by GoPro, it's not that big of a mistake, because the microphones have the voice priority mode, which the older GoPros, for instance, the 12 doesn't have it. um, and the 11s and the others. So basically, at least you have to check the way that your voice is sounding, because clearly right now I'm with my lapel mic by Rode, and it obviously sounds the best from all the takes that I made. But yeah, when you're on the move, you have to be sure that you are having the clips at least sounding good, because I do not trust YouTube hypes and YouTube, you know, of folklore, basically, which is generally saying that, oh, it doesn't matter how your clip is looking like, it matters how the sound is. Yeah, for the most part it is true, but sometimes it's really good if you can make your clips look good as well. But since I'm blind, the only thing which I can reliably do is check my audio, which is yeah, the thing that you have to do. And you have to be sure that everything that you're taking, because as you saw in this clip, um, we had the so-called time warp videos, which is basically a hyperlapse video developed inside your GoPro. It's generated by the camera, and you have to be sure that everything is taken in the same frame rate, because I am in Europe, obviously. The frame rate that I'm using, the format for the frame rate is the PAL standard. And if you are in North America, for instance, you do not have to follow the PAL rule, and you do not need to film your takes, your clips in 25 frames per second, but maybe in 24, in 30, and so on. And because my main videos, my talking head videos are taken in 25 frames per second, I have to be sure that my b-rolls and my other clips are also taken in, let's say, 25 or 50 or 100, basically everything which can be done like halved and fourth, and it has to be always like, for instance, when you're taking 100 frames per second, you can get your footage to be like 4 times slower, because 100 divided by 4, it's 25 again, and 25 is your main frame rate that you are following. So what I'm trying to say is that a lot of things need to be aligned, and you have to train your mind to pay attention to a lot of things. Maybe it seems like this, but generally it's done 1 or 2 or 3 times, and initially you are going to stop thinking about it, and it's just like everything that you do. You seem to be not very good at the first time. Maybe you would feel that you suck at something, but actually, when you get uh, when you get yourself more time and more, um, let's say, generosity by yourself, not to be hard on yourself. Oh, look, I'm terrible at this. No, you have to give your mind time, that you have to pay attention to the frame rates, to the sound, to the pace that you're talking, and stuff like this. And you have to be gentle to yourself, as everything we as humans and as people with disability are doing. But you have to find your flavor, and unfortunately there are not many people with disabilities who are honest how they are creating their content, because The most famous people who are blind and who have big TikTok following, they are quite disingenuous. They were quite disingenuous in their takeoff, and they were like, "I am blind," but they didn't mention that actually people who can see are actually editing their videos, are doing their videos, are doing their entire content. While me, I'm taking my videos alone, I'm editing them alone, and I'm posting them alone, which means that all these process have to be accessible and have to be easy on me, and easy both to script what I'm going to say, both easy to look at what I did, and easy to be edited, because the hardest thing for me is to get very good b-roll about my clips, because when you're using those clips, the hyperlapse ones that GoPro are calling time warp videos, they don't have any sound, and I have to remember which clip with no sound and nothing to orientate me is for which part of my video, and the timeline of your clips is quite crucial for the success of your clip and for the success of your mm, editing as a person with disability, if you want to be alone at your journey and not use a person who can see. While I'm saying this, because I was creating short content videos on mainly on TikTok. Currently, I'm at this phase when I'm thinking that maybe it's a generally good idea to hire an editor for those longer videos, just because it's going to be way easier, and generally even creators who can see are using editors who can see, but nevertheless, currently I'm trying to do everything on my own, and I'm quite proud that I can do all these things, producing and taking the shots, taking the B-roll and the A-roll, and the editing and the sound, and everything like this, and the lighting. It's quite empowering to have the ability to, yes, it's if you are able to look at the setup by GoPro, because this is what we used the most at this video. If you look at the so-called media mode, which is basically a frame which goes around your camera, it has it's called a cold shoe. So it's a slot where you can add a light which comes with your GoPro, and it's a very small light. It has three intensity levels of the light, and you are basically using this light and um, like a piece which makes it softer, because it's quite small and does quite harsh light. But even this small kind of thing is quite empowering, because uh, you know what you can do in order to have a better footage, and at least you yourself to be in a better light, because people who can see, people who are making their videos not at their bedrooms and on the go, in the buses and the metro stations like me. Those people are using, large lights and diffractors and all kinds of devices related to lighting. But even this small light, and you controlling it, you are deciding when to have this light and when not, is quite empowering. And I know it would look way better if a person who sees and who has the proper skills of editing videos is actually editing those videos, but currently it's quite big thing for me that I can do it alone. So with that, have a very nice day and follow me.